Hey guys, Sav here, back today with some more Let's Replay Guild Wars 2. We're in the Grove today. We're going to meet Marjorie at, and the Pale Tree. Meet Marjorie in the Grove and then go meet the Pale Tree. Before we start this video today, I am going to point something out. It is this hero panel right here. You can see the little red circle with the exclamation point in it. I've kind of screwed up. Essentially what happened, guys, is I needed map completion for a legendary weapon that I was working on. I actually made a Flameseeker Prophecies, and I needed map completion to finish it. And out of all of my characters, Carrie was the closest to finishing 100% map completion. She had 51% when I started. Now she has 100%. There it is, 100% map completion. And the side effect of that is doing all the hero points in Corateria has led to a surplus of hero points, 132 to be exact, which means I can train almost all of Renegade. I am not going to do that. Well, I probably will end up doing that. And just not telling you guys. Well, you'll see. Well, now that the exclamation point's gone, it'll come back next time I log. But basically what it's going to do is it's going to kind of change when we get to that point in the story where I start into Path of Fire. How I did Heart of Thorns was we went and did all the hero challenges to get Herald. But that part will probably be mostly cut out of when we go into Path of Fire, for that very reason, because I did the 100% map completion. Not that big of a deal. Most of the hero challenges are pretty easy anyway, and they're all soloable. All of them are soloable, every single one of them. So it's not that big of a deal for Path of Fire as it was for Heart of Thorns, because Heart of Thorns you kind of had to join the HB trains to get a lot of them done. A lot of them, not all of them. But since I figured we're probably going to be map completing most of the Living World Season 3 maps, I've already done the Living World Season 2 maps. I probably at some point go back and do the Living World Season 1 map. I'll probably get over 150, which I think you need 250, if I'm not mistaken, for the Elite Specialization. I don't remember if it's 150 or 250. Anyway, we're going to be pretty close to it when the time comes. So I'm probably just going to end up cutting that part of the Path of Fire story out. I'll probably do another update video before then just to remind you guys, but just to give you guys a little heads up. And in the future, if you see the little exclamation point on my hero panel, or maybe you don't, you'll know why either way. I'm probably not going to play Renegade for this series whatsoever, even after Path of Fire, just because it's a Conti spec. And Conti specs typically aren't very good in the open world, but I might change my mind. We'll see when we get to Path of Fire. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's go on and get this story mission started.
Mordramoth has already claimed too many victims. Do you think the Pale Tree will recover?
Our mother is resilient. Mordrim tore at her in ways we don't fully understand. We know it affected her mind. She fades in and out of awareness. But she said she was able to protect the dream from the assault.
But at what cost to herself?
Was the dream in danger? I didn't know the dream could be in danger, per se.
Never leave her wrong.
I didn't want to talk to you, bro. I want to talk to Marjorie. Thank you. Hey there! I spoke with one of these Sylvari, and he said the Pale Tree could wake up at any time. I'm glad you made it when you did. They've promised to let us know if she wakes. Where's Casimir? She stayed in Camp Resolve to help prepare for the launch. Rox and Bram too. Timmy said she was going back to school, but you never know with that child. Go, we'll make this visit as quick as we can. Are you excited to tell the Pale Tree what you know about the egg? I am. She can perhaps help us find Kate. Let's hope so. I could tell you want to find her as quickly as possible. Is something on your mind, Jory? You've been quiet. I guess I just don't understand why this egg is so important. How is an egg going to help us take down Mordramoth? The pact is about ready to leave without us. I know killing Mordramoth means a lot to you. killed my sister. I have to ask you to trust me. Mordred Moth is one battle in a greater war. And you're certain this egg will help us win the war. Okay, boss, I'm with you. I need your support, Jorah, your friendship. Thank you.
Someone's coming. Good news, hopefully.
Friend, she's aware now, but we can never predict for how long. Follow me, please. Mother, I've brought the Pact Commander who asked to see you.
Good. I was hoping to see you soon. The vision.
Have you made any progress with it? I don't know what she means by it. I believe so. I found the egg, but... what a relief. You may have just saved Tyria. The struggle is far from over, but if you had failed to find and protect the egg, it would have been over before it began. So, Kaith has the egg in her custody. We're trying to find her. Kaith has the egg? Why? You're the one who must care for it, not Kaith. That's why I gave you the vision. I know, but for some reason, I don't understand. She ran off with it. Oh. Well, you must find her. I can help, but my powers in this regard are limited. What can we do? Maybe if you knew more about her past. I can give you memory seeds. They will allow you to search her memories for places that are significant to her. Thank you. I'm trying to add the spaces for the ... and it's kind of annoying. I guess she's kind of more in pain, and that's more why the ... are there, but I don't know. Ain, please give Carry the Cat 4 memory seeds. They will reveal a slice of Kaith's history to you. Among those memories, you will perhaps find something that will guide you to her. How do I use them? I'll let Ain explain them to you. I am so tired. She has all the knowledge you need. Ain, if you please. Thank you very much.
Use the first seed, here in the grove. It's where Kaith's roots are. Ask me if you have any other questions about them.
No, don't. I have to find where to plant the seed. And you can see the little proximity thing filling up over here. And it faded. So it's over here, right here. And look, I'm Kaith.
Oh, please, Traherne. Don't tell me you're up here contemplating the words of a long-dead centaur.
I know what you think of Bentari's tablet. but
Which is
I
right
find
here.
wisdom in it.
Do you even consider other views? Filling the heads of this new crop with only one side doesn't seem responsible.
Bentari's tenants will help them make something of themselves, my dear. All sentient beings feel that urge.
Exactly. To make something of themselves, not to live up to someone else's ideal of what they should be. Hey,
We're all firstborn here. Kaith, Faelain, and Traherne. So, I forget how many firstborn there are. I'm sure we'll find out at some point. I'm going to say there's like 12, but I could be off on that number a little bit.
After the gathering today, we must corner Wynne and get her to tell us what she was talking to Mother about.
You're obsessing again. You know how we Nightblooms are about our secrets.
This is important, Kaith. She knows something that could hold sway over all Sylvari. That's not trivial.
You don't know that's true. You overheard a portion of a conversation out of context, no less.
I know. Come on, we're going to be late for the gathering.
I just realized this might be a little quiet, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I did turn it down the other day for other reasons. But anyway. Wow, those footprints got really loud. Or footsteps. And these naked Sylvari are the newly awakened. I don't know whether they call them second-born or third-born or what.
The
But
elders are meeting. What do you suppose they're going to talk about?
I imagine they're as surprised as we are that we awoke. Do you suppose they want us gone?
Don't You're ridiculous.
I tried again to talk to Kiara.
Seriously, why don't you just leave her be? She doesn't want company.
Over 2 years. That's how long the others were here all alone. Just the 12.
It explains
12,
why
yeah.
they're so
They nailed it.
intimate with one another. I wish I'd been one of them.
The elders follow without thinking. This tablet, it's a farce. They cling to it because it tells them how to behave. But we have our own minds. We do not swallow whole the old philosophies. We are better than that.
Oh, there's a Nightmare Court in the making. And
Can
Fallon
you meet
picked up on it
tomorrow
quick.
night to discuss the tablet? Midnight.
I'll be there. It'll be good to speak with others of a similar mind.
Hey, look who it is. Sierra. You guys don't know who Sierra is. I'm sure looking at her will help.
Thank you all for coming. We're here to discuss our newly awakened and how we can best assist them.
You say assist, but you mean mold. You want to make them all into your version of good little Silvari.
No. As firstborn, it is our responsibility to care for and guide these secondborn.
The newly awakened,
Secondborn.
let's not call them secondborn, could benefit from our knowledge of Ventari's tenets. Oh, please.
I'd love to be an ant at their feet, to hear what they're saying.
I am aware that there's only 9 here. I know some of them have passed. Some of the firstborn are not alive at this point anymore. I didn't know it was 3 of them. I thought it was maybe like 1 or 2, but anyway. This is a waste of time. These newly awakened don't need to be coddled. We didn't need anyone holding our hands or indoctrinating us with unexamined philosophies. But they're not us. Maybe Wynn is right. Maybe we should... If we do anything, we should encourage them to think for themselves, depend on themselves. Besides, Wynn can't be trusted. She keeps secrets from us. That is true. She does seem to be hiding something. If Wynn knows something of import, she will tell us. Well, let's not change the subject, please. We're discussing the Secondborn. Are we officially calling them Secondborn, then? That's a terrible name for them, Traherne, and thus we make official the chasm between them and us. We are all just Silvari. We did awaken first, though. We did.
Don't look at me that way, Wynn. You know I'm right. Whatever your secret is, I'll dig it out of you.
I have no secret. You know everything I know.
Don't lie to me. I heard you whispering to Mother. I heard you say there was something that could give unspeakable power over all Silvari. What were you talking about?
I have to go. I'm traveling to a Centaur refuge in the Silver Wastes to research Ventari. We'll talk later, Fallon.
Elders, I bring grave news. Please, listen.
Take a deep breath, Sapling. What's your hurry?
Small, imp-like creatures. We just wanted to explore beyond Mother's roots. They appeared out of nowhere.
Asura, I guess. Malamides had an encounter with them not long ago. He was lucky to survive. Where did they go?
They took them northwest into the forest.
What can we do?
I followed them a while, but then I felt I should come get help. They said something about returning to Metrica before I lost their trail.
Maybe you should put clothes on, too.
Fowlin, you two had the most experience in the wild. Would you scout ahead? The Secondborn are precious. We cannot allow them to be killed to assuage some ignorant race's curiosity.
At last, something we agree on, Traherne. I can't wait to teach these imps a lesson. You and me, together.
We'll rescue as many as we can. They treated Malamides terribly. I hope they're not so harsh with this group.
They're going to remember the day they met the two of us.
What happened? What did you see? I was Kaith more than 20 years ago. Fallon and Traherne were there. The leader of the Nightmare Court? It must have been fascinating to hear how they interacted back then. I'm jealous. But did you learn anything that will help us find Kaith? You know Metrica well? Metrica Province? That area is populated with Asura. Why are they going there? They were tracking some imps that had kidnapped a group of Secondborn. Imps? Alright. Roxy's expecting me for a sword practice. I'd better let her know I won't be there. It won't take long. I'll meet you there. Good. Or, I'm sorry, good plan. Be careful. And there's some optional dialogue there. I just skipped it.
And I deserve it, too.
Alright, guys. We're going to cut that episode right there. It was just a lot of story today, but that'll be good for today's episode. And tomorrow we will... Or the next episode, we will do the story mission for meeting the Asura. See you then. Thanks for watching.